This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping the foot on the whoop on the Knicks. We keeping the foot on the whoop on the Knicks. And like the Tibetan master that I am, I'm applying whoop on immediate pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. Now, let's talk about the Los Angeles Clippers. People think I'm shying away from this in the Dallas Mavericks. Listen, man. I'm going to give Luka Doncic credit. Luka Doncic is doing what he's supposed to as a basketball player. He's going out there and he's dominating. He's saying he's having fun in the playoffs. Great players talk like that. That's a very interesting and intriguing thing. Let's just say he finally caught He Knows Everything's intrigue, because great players talk that way. They say the playoffs is fun. They say basketball is fun to them. That's the kind of conversational piece they say, because that means that's a moment that pressure doesn't do what? It doesn't burst fucking pipes on their ass. I like that. But let's see more of that. Just because you up 2-0 don't mean that I'm just gonna go ahead and willy-nilly and just give you the stock that, oh, okay, Luka Doncic arrived. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush with that nonsense. But I'm gonna give him credit. He basically mollywopping the Los Angeles Clippers, and it's not his fault that the Clippers are not using the right defensive sets. Charles Barkley alluded to it, because Charles Barkley understands these things at the highest levels when it comes to basketball. Why isn't Paul George and Kawhi Leonard playing shadow defense on fucking Luka Doncic? You guys want to know what shadow defense is? It's what He Knows Everything talks about, but he gives it to you in hood nigga fashion, which is make a person pick up their damn dribble, dog. You got one hand on the fucking ball and one hand up. That's what shadow defense is. You shadowing them. You forcing them to do things that they wouldn't want to do. You putting them in a precarious situation on the basketball court. These guys are great enough defenders to do this shit. My whole surprise in it, my whole, how should I say it? Marvel in it. My whole, how am I going to say this? My whole intrigue in it is, why isn't this fucking happening? Why is, how should I say this? Kawhi Leonard and Paul George basically putting themselves in a position to where they're not excelling at the game of basketball. They're not doing everything that they're supposed to get themselves to the next level. Let me explain why. It has everything fundamentally to do with the fact that these two guys are not pushing themselves. You know basketball sets, you know defensive sets, you know how to move your feet, you know how to shuffle your feet. So it's inexcusable and it's unacceptable for the two of you guys to not be doing these things that you're supposed to do fundamentally as basketball players. When we sit here and we look at Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, we see two basketball players that have made up their own minds that they're going to be lazy on the defensive end. They have enough defensive weaponry to not have to be that way. And I don't know why they got Paul George as the guy starting off on fucking Luka Doncic. It should be Kawhi Leonard the whole damn game. It was Kawhi Leonard the whole damn game against Giannis Antetokounmpo. You mean to tell me Kawhi Leonard could shut down Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he can't shut down Luka Doncic? It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, Y'all need to listen to what Charles Barkley talked about when he said shadow defense, because shadow defense is going to be what we would say the calling card to shut down Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic ain't no damn Michael Jordan. Luka Doncic ain't no damn Kobe Bryant. Luka Doncic ain't none of these guys. So why are we sitting here telling ourselves that Luka Doncic is this guy that's just such a super basketball player? I mean, come on. This shit is not even making sense. It's not even making common sense. It's not even making plain sense. It's not even making actual sense. It's not even making real sense. But this is not an indictment on Luka Doncic. It's not Luka Doncic's fault that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George didn't get the memo that they need to play shadow defense. And shame on you, Tyronn Lue. You know this. You're a defensive-minded coach. That's why I'm shocked That you're not telling these guys to play this level of defense. But I ain't making no fucking excuses. Because what Luka Doncic is doing, you cannot make excuses for that. You just got to appreciate it. Because what he's displaying right now is sprinkles of what we call greatness. Yeah, I said it. And I'm a big criticizer of guys that play on one side of the ball. But I got to call a spade a spade. I got to keep it real. I got to keep it a buck, and I got to keep it 1,000. I'm not going to sit here and not unsee what I'm seeing. When a guy scores 39 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds, and he do this on Kawhi Leonard and fucking Paul George's defense, he got to get all the credit in the world. And I'm not going to be the one to stop him. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth-teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the what? Diggs. I keeps the foot on the what? Diggs. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.